Really?
I was, again, it's not something we've discussed enough yet, but me and Zayn, I mean, but again, it comes back to like loyalty for me, and I just, selfishly, I'd wished he'd had a conversation with me first, because me and Zayn, I'd like to think that he would say this too. I think he would. There was times where like we were like, let's put it like this, is a good way of describing it. On the last tour that Zayn did, we always said we would never be this band, the type of band that would have all their own individual dressing rooms. Well, sometimes when you've got a lot of guests and stuff, it can be challenging, but we always said we wouldn't be that band. And on the last tour Zayn did, Harry had his own dressing room, Liam did, Niall did, and me and Zayn shared. So I think I kind of, like, testament of the relationship. So I felt a little bit hard done by. I felt like, not like throw these boys under the bus, but let me know, but I just, a little bit. I thought that we had a relationship where he could have had that conversation with me. In reflection, and he hasn't told me this, we'll see when I chat to him about it, but I think if he told me, I would have tried to tell him to stay. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why he didn't, because he knew I was always very opinionated.
So how did you find out?
That evening, the night before we found out, everything was normal. We were in the hotel room. We were somewhere, I don't know where, somewhere in the world, maybe where weed isn't legal, but we were having a joint. And everything was normal, you know, and then I think he maybe left at like 11. He was cool, wasn't like in a bad mood or anything like that, you know, good night, lad. And then the next morning I woke up, we had a shoot with like Coca-Cola for some sponsor thing. And we found out that he wasn't coming. Now, like, I had this in me too, but like Zayn was quite prolific for it. Like, this wasn't out of the ordinary. Like, if Zayn, I always rated him for it. If he didn't want to do something, like, he literally wouldn't do it. Like, you name the thing, it doesn't matter. He just, if if it's not right for him, then he won't do it. So I think, well, that's probably why he left the band, you know. And that's what I admire about him, because if I was in his same situation, I would have probably put 6 plasters on it, just to hope that we can stay playing Happy Families, you know. I want to know if he regrets it. Not in the way that, like, his own personal success has been incredibly successful and he's done really, really well like that. But he must miss it. Like, he must do. Because I know Zayn really well, and Zayn has a bit of the kind of energy I do, in such a way that sometimes this whole job can just be a little bit fussy. It's just a bit fussy in general, you know, there's just a lot going on like that. Now, when you're in a band, you can share that wealth. It's like, you know, say you're sat in an interview you're not enjoying, you just kind of shut up a little bit and let someone else pick up the pieces and they'll do that role. We could share the things that we didn't like to do as much. So there must definitely be times that he misses the comfort of that, for sure. But it's kind of like the elephant in the room, to be honest. It's not, I've met up with him a couple of times recently, but it's not often something we'll discuss. But there'll be a time for that, for sure. I would like to have those conversations with him. But it crushed me, man. It absolutely crushed me. I was devastated, because it felt like, oh, is this the beginning of the end of the band? But then also, I'm like, this is like my best mate in the band at the time. So I'd lost a friend and someone in the band.